What's going on, everybody? This is Floridian Rollo. Let's go. I'm doing a testing view right now. Yeah, we getting it ready for 7 p.m. tonight. So everything's set up. All right, so you don't see the mic. I'm testing different views, different angles. This seems to work. So yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. All right, so the testing view is good. You see me at a better angle. I got the thing adjusted. Oh yeah, the thing that I bought for the laptop to extend, to make it higher, to make it lower, it's working. So when I have the guests come tonight, everything's on point. You don't see the mic. You can hear me loud and clear. I'm about 5 feet away from the mic, so I'm testing the view. It would not be in this angle. It would be in a different angle. I'm just testing to make sure it's good. Hey, all praises to the Most High. Appreciate the support. Yeah, I got my hair cut. Got to go get the alcohol. Got to get a couple of things. Yo, King. Yo, what's happening, bro? Yo, I'm going to tap you in the link. I want to talk to you. Shout out to Kid Organic. Let me get Kid Organic in the building real quick. Kid Organic, come in, brother. Want to have a conversation with you real quick. Shout out to my big bro, Kid Organic, a.k.a. Don Mega, doing the work over there, man. Let me get the California brother in if he got a little bit of time. Yeah, right now I'm back in Liberace, New York right now because I'm doing a contract, fam. Doing the contract over here in Liberace. Got the studio over here. You know what I'm saying? Got the house in Florida still. Be back in Florida soon. So right now I'm in Liberace, New York. You call them, the typical leftist. You could use that talking point, brother. You know what I'm saying? You could use the word Liberace, for real. Let's see if he comes on. Kid Organic, man. It's good to see him, man. He's doing big things over there. Going in, talking about what's going on in the world. Shout out to you, man. You found your lane, fam, for real. You found your lane, for real. Everybody's doing their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. I'll wait for you to come on, man. So I'm doing a different view. So when she comes today, you know what I'm saying, we're going to have the view on point. I'm getting things situated. I'm going to get these curtains set up, everything set up. Get the right type of curtains, right type of proceeding. You dig? Man, there's so much space in this place, man, for real. So much space. I've been unboxing some things that I don't need. Do what I do. And before you know it, everything will be settled in here before I get ready back to Florida. So, y'all know I'm coming through. For those who got the message, I will be seeing y'all around the corner. I'm looking forward to the trip. It is what it is. And so I got a message from another person that may come in May. So I'm going to have on the Bad Girls Club, one of the members of the Bad Girls Club in New York. She's coming on May. I believe she's going to tell a friend of hers she wants to come on. They want to see how I do with her. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. What's up, kid? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
How's everything, man?
Good to yourself?
All right, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. Doing the work over there, man. When I get time, I know you come on different time. I'm kind of busy doing my everything. Everybody doing their thing, man. So salute to you, man, for coming in the chat as always. What's going on with you, bro? Can you hear me? Then he got to get his. Yeah, I hear you a little bit. You muffling. I don't know if it's your mic. Let me check my thing. I think everything's set on good on my end. Hold on, let me see.
Okay, check.
Yeah, you sound a little bit more better. I don't know if you're on your phone or are you on your computer. Yeah, you in and out. I don't know if you can hear me. You in and out.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you real good.
You can hear me now.
Yes, sir.
I can hear you.
So what's going on with you, man? How's everything, man?
You're overlapping. So if I say something, as soon as you start talking, you'll hear my voice over you.
Do you have on the YouTube thing? You could mute the YouTube thing so we could have the conversation.
Mute the mute.
I hear myself in the background.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you much better.
Okay, that's what it was. Thank you, man. Okay, what's going on? Duh.
Hey, everything is good. What's going on your end, man?
Man, everything's good, man. Everything's good.
I just wanted to say salute to you, what you're doing over there, man. Bringing that
Salute
truth.
to
What's
you too,
going on
partner.
with the world news and everything. Say that
That's
again.
what's up. I said salute to you too, partner.
All right, man. The reason why I asked you to come on, man, is because there's a lot of shift changing going on, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the people, man. So me being back at Liberace, NYC, I see a lot of changes is going on. The people is putting pressure. And
What
at the
city is
same,
that?
the migrant situation. I'm back in
No, the
Liberace,
city.
NYC. I'm back in New York.
Oh, it's okay. Where is that at?
New
Is
York
that near
City.
Brooklyn? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead. Okay,
Yeah. I'm in
okay.
Brooklyn. So I
That's
see
what's up.
you. I see you coverage a lot on the migrants and everything. So I do be seeing them taking over, man. In the state of
Interesting.
Florida, our governor just passed a law that they're not only allowed to be there, they also can. It's a lot of things going on with people going in people's homes and stuff like that. And you talk about how our people need to, you know, get on their game and step their game up. So what is going on in California? Did you see the movie before you go into that? Did you see the movie Civil War?
No, I did not.
Oh, you got to see it, man. I give it a C minus. You need to see it. They put some codes in it. They put a little
Is
bit of
this a
code.
Netflix?
Say that again.
Is this Netflix? How
No,
do I
it's
see
out in the
this?
movie theaters. It's out in the
Oh, it's a
movie
movie
theater.
theater. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so yeah. So what's going on in California with the migrants? What's going on with the economy? Is it big inflation going on over there? The gas prices, you know, because I went to Best Buy to get my mic, and it was telling me a lot of people's looting and stuff in certain stores. A lot of stores is closing down in the city. So what's going on over there in your neck of the woods?
Well, yeah, it's inflation in California. Um, we got the migrant issue. Um, there's a lot of issues going on. It's not good. I think the issues that New York is having are the same issues that California is having. The exact same issues, especially when it comes to the migrants, the homelessness, the crime, especially places like Beverly Hills. A lot of stores closed. Um, there needs to be a resurgence of businesses. They've been hit hard. Uh, Even with inflation and with the minimum wage increase, because Californians who were not making at least 20 bucks an hour, and the minimum wage increase wasn't for every Californian worker. It was just for the fast food workers and I believe some restaurants, right? And it was to get them up to 20 bucks an hour. I guess uh, the previous rate was 16. The issue with that is that California lawmakers did not do their homework because now you have people being laid off because their job can't afford it. They can't afford the 20 bucks an hour and they can't afford the health care. They can't afford the workers' comp because if you get hurt on the job, they have to pay for it. The money comes from somewhere. So it backfired. As far as the consumer pay more. So if you have to pay I don't eat fast food anyway, but you have people who do eat fast food, and you have people who depend on the cheap dollar menu, $2 menu items. Um, Now you don't have that anymore because of inflation, and because if it costs more to eat, it costs more for them to feed you. Costs more for them to get, they have to pay more for the product
Right.
because of the price, the economy. So now the consumer, and know you heard about this or seen people complain about the fast food prices. They're like, well, wow, it's $18 a hamburger, a burger meal, excuse me. Well, depending on where you go, it is $18 a hamburger. You go to Fat Burgers, you're gonna spend about 15, 16, 17, $1,800. I mean, $18 on a hamburger. That's not the fries and a drink.
That is correct.
So we're seeing these prices skyrocket. Uh, so it's backfiring. So the issues that we have in California are the same issues you got going on in New York. And as far as the jobs, I mean, these jobs should be given to Americans, but you have undocumented workers that are now making this $20 an hour now. But one thing about the undocumented workers that people don't understand is that they have to pay taxes. They have to pay taxes. So even though they may be getting a $20 an hour, and it may seem more, that's just more money getting taken out of their check. They can't
That is
go
correct
exactly
because of the federal, state, local,
correct.
and all. Whereas
Yep.
in Florida, if you was to make the same amount, you'll get more for your buck. It was then a little bit longer, and you could get a lot more things done, which is why a lot of people, particularly for economic reasons and family reasons and value reasons, is why Florida is number one in economics, followed by Texas number two in economics,
Mm,
followed by
mm.
North Carolina number three. It's seeing the boom because people are tired of being disrespected, of being taken advantage of, and not getting anything back when it comes to the IRS. Which leads to my next question. I was on record. I don't know if you stated that I believe that the IRS will be no more in 2025. And the reason why I say that is because in 2024, they have lost more revenue than ad revenue in the last 3 years. So what's your take on that? Could it be possible that IRS will be no more in 2025? And are they going to come up with another name with it?
Then who's gonna collect the taxes? When you look at America across the board, there's money missing everywhere. They're
Right.
not, we're in a as a country, we're in a deficit. When it comes to money, I don't think they're gonna abolish any organization or change it. I just think that uh uh it, it will be morphed into something different. Put it that
Let
way.
me,
It's
let me, let
always
me, let
evolved.
me be more specific. Let me just say this. The most of the southern states is going to come up with their own way of getting revenue since they don't really need the IRS with the fluctuation of money coming in from multitude of places. They might come up with their own thing to move from that situation, is what I'm saying.
Well, again, we have to wait to see if that happened. I mean, it's so much speculation what people are saying because of what's going on. But if there's always a deficit, if we get a smart leader, maybe that'll change. But it's always going to be a deficit. It's always going to be a problem. I'm to the point now. I have to wait until the results come in. Right?
Right.
We speculate so much, and then when it happens, it doesn't happen. So
That's
now,
true.
if it
That's true.
happens, if it happens, it's just like voting. It's just like the entire voting thing. Everyone is saying what they're going to do November. That's what everyone is saying. We got to wait until the votes get counted and the numbers get put up so we can actually say, well, Americans actually did what they said they were going to do. So when it comes to information now, I got to wait until it actually happened. Because
I'm with
everything
you on
now
that.
is speculation. You get everything now is just speculation.
I'm with you on that. That's true. Yeah, everybody go check out Kid Organic, man. If you into what he's talking about, he talk about a multitude of things. I'm glad he came by the channel, show some love. I don't know if you got preview to my recent videos. I don't know if you catch on to it. Are you familiar with Straightway?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so Are you familiar with Dirty Dow, Pastor Dow?
Past, yeah, I am. Oh no, I think I am. No, these are Hebrew Israelite camps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't watch it often, but I am familiar with it. I do know Pastor Dow. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been I've been on record. Ringo's been on record. Newbreed's been on record. Mark the Messenger and others been on record of him committing adultery with a lady go by the name of Letty, who was dealing with a guy named Eric Gonzalez. So the ministry has been called out. It's a lot of things that they're not showing. I had a lady to testify. That's why I don't do camps. I don't do religious. I know you speak on it a little bit. I know you're a Hebrew Israelite. You don't get into that religion stuff. So I've been doing that as of late and talking about certain other things, man. There's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done because at the end of the day, everybody is tuning into what we're doing more so than what they people is doing. So if we don't clean up the mess and the nastiness, then we got to deal with the wrath of God that he's visiting us, man. You can see clearly he's visiting this country and visiting us first before he deal with the nations.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, see, I didn't know that. I had no idea that Pastor Dow was that's insane. And these people are using and have been using their leadership to do stuff like this, even with the
Right.
pro-black. I know you heard about Polite, and
Yeah.
it's sad that we are hearing about this so much in the black community, the culture here in America. It's just sad,
And
man.
that weirdo nature boy.
And Nature Boy is like, and what's so interesting is when you talk about this stuff, people get mad at you. That's the issue. I mean, one thing is these people doing it. The next thing is we're having a dialogue about it, but it's so much pushback. I got a
Absolutely.
question for you.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
For Florida, how did you like Florida?
Oh, I got a place there. I got people staying there right now. If you could look it up, there's a place called Pass Plate. So Pass Plate, I started in Pass Plate last year. So when
Okay.
I returned back to Florida after the breakup with my lady, right, I
Okay.
went back within that time frame in the month of December. And so from December into I would say last year when I came back to New York recently, March. So it would be almost 3 months. I was in Arizona from late December to March, and now I've been in New York for March, and I will be leaving soon around the corner. So
So
yeah,
where were
all
you in
this great.
Arizona?
I have a place in Orlando.
Okay, now where were you in Arizona? What city?
I was in Phoenix.
When you were there, did you see the immigration issue? A lot of influx of
Yeah,
immigrants? Okay.
yeah. There's a lot of those gangs taking over certain places. The state turned blue. I was just there for government contract airport reasons, and so
Okay.
that's the same thing I'm doing in New York.
All right.
So
All right.
yeah, because Florida has it to whereas they give you contracts. Because when I did the contract in Florida, the Liberaces in Orlando was playing with my check. I said, look, y'all want me to do business with me, you're gonna have to put me into something else because I can't deal with these people. And they lost the contract because they wasn't paying the people. They ain't paid me for the work I was doing. And mind you, I left the place of the hospitality because it was a night shift, and I just wanted to do something else different. You know what I'm saying? I put my brothers onto it. They doing pretty good for themselves. Shout out to Zaxby's in the chat. So I just wanted to do something, get more into what's going on. So that's what I'm doing right now currently.
So let me ask you about the economy in Florida. Is the economy good?
Yes, absolutely.
It is. So have you seen a change since the immigration law took place? You seen
Yes,
a change, meaning more jobs opening up. You have
yes,
less people that do not speak the American language. You have seen a complete change.
absolutely. And then you do have people there that's from Cuba that left during the time of the field of escape from Fidel Castro. That is true. They mainly in Miami and Orlando. The migrants that was there, they're no longer there. I will state that on record, Zach could vouch for it. I was making over 12,000 a month.
That's good. Now, let me ask you a question. What about the governor of Florida? How do you feel about him?
I have no issues with him. Certain things I don't agree with. He doesn't know too much. The thing with him is that he's trying to please everybody. He just needs to focus on the state. He has done a great job, and he didn't shut down when the shutdown happened, and that's why it's number one. If you go to Fox Business News, type in "leaving the blue states," it will show you Florida in 2021 made over 39 billion. It's already over $1
Mm,
trillion.
okay, yeah. See, you got people making the right moves, and
Yeah,
that's
a
yeah.
lot of our people, for the most part, if they're not doing foolishness, because they're very strict with the foolishness. If you look into certain things, our people like to get into, they don't play that down there. Even they shut down
Okay.
Miami, the Miami thing, the beach thing.
The spring break.
Yeah, they don't play. They say we don't need your money. They because of the people coming from Georgia, people coming from New York, Pennsylvania, California. They was acting a fool, or Houston. They said, "Look, we don't want your money," and they had the police lined up. And I saw a video of a YouTuber that I watch. He does, skits, and he was there with shorties and everything. And they said, "Yo, we can't even have fun at the beach." They was literally at the beach by 5 o'clock. Those people had to leave the beach, or they're gonna get arrested.
See, they don't want that, and see, you that's the type of leadership you need. And if we had that leadership in this country, meaning that the leadership in Washington, and if they implement that shit nationwide, we can get some respect restored, some order restored. Someone has to restore order nationwide. And Florida has shown as a model, Texas somewhat, as far as the illegal immigration and how they sent the National Guard down to the border also. So you need some type of leadership. And that's why I asked you, because you've spent a lot of time in Florida. You have a house in Florida. I do know Orlando is a very clean city. So yeah, I wanted to and Florida is considered opposite of California. The sunshine, we got immigration issue, you guys don't. It's just opposite sides of the nation. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, I'm just listening in, but just in case I wanted to put in my 2 cents, but I haven't put in my 2 cents yet. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm chilling. I'm about to go get some work done. I'm doing a photo shoot for some. I think it's designing, some sort of designing. It was like a planning or something. So I'm on the road as we speak, but I decided to chime in um, just a little bit. But Rallo is right. I am a witness to the income that he has been bringing in. Um, I don't know if y'all
Hold on,
touch
hold on.
base
I
on
got a
that.
question. Is so you will consider Florida a black man friendly state?
Yeah,
Okay.
for the most part, yeah. It may not, you know, it may not heavily perceive as it, but it's been giving a lot of people, especially us melanated men, some opportunities to get things done. It's just, in a way, it's strict. The state is very strict, and it's good. That kind of like puts all of us on our toes, as far as responsibility when it comes to our finances, as our finances, our well-being, etc. But I do believe that it's a black friendly state.
That's good. That's good. And you see, what we don't people don't talk about the teenagers. I remember when I was in high school, I had a job. I worked at a fast food restaurant, Subway. I could pay for my own clothing, my books through high school, whatever I need. I didn't have to go to my parents. Is Florida a state where if you have children, your teenage children can find a job somewhere and they can uh not depend, and not only just depend, it's not like you just want your child to uh not go to you for anything. It's work for something. The like the meaning of a dollar, going out working, you're learning how to work at a job, and you could put that on your resume when you go and look for another job. So if you had children and you move to Florida, is Florida a teenage friendly state where they can find work?
Absolutely. Before
Well,
that, say something. at the age they start at the age of 13. Like I will go to certain restaurants, movie theaters. Some of them work at certain locations to where they got to get permissions for their family to do valet service at the age of 15 or hospitality, and they doing pretty good for themselves. They drive their own vehicles, they're self-sufficient, and they put their money together to do certain events they love to do, whatever teenagers love to do. And they're responsible for the most part. That's my way in on that. Go ahead, Zach.
I was gonna say that you gotta understand that Florida is a family-oriented state, and the environment so far, in my experience, just living there. Now, I've visited Florida many times, but it's more so like they do care about the well-being of children, let alone teenagers and young adults that are coming into that full adulthood. They do teach them the value of the dollar. Even though the dollar is depreciating, it still has some value since we use it. And Florida is that state where you are at liberty to teach your children responsibility without anybody pretty much getting in the way of it, because everybody wants to teach their children how to be responsible and not being spoon-fed like other states.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that like everybody who lives in other states are spoon-feeding people, but it does show a detriment in other states depending on where you are. And it's pretty much they're teaching their children how to survive. So
Florida is a state where, not to cut you, I apologize. So Florida is a state where the entire family can get money, a lot of money.
Yeah. The thing is, like I said,
which would make buying a home a bit easier, right? Obviously, right?
Yes and no. If you know what you're doing, though, that's the thing. Like, as long as you know what you're doing, sure. It's not. They want you to not like. How can I say this?
Okay, so what are some booming cities in Florida? Would you say Tampa, Tallahassee? What are some booming cities?
Orlando, Tampa, Jacksonville, St. Augustine. What's another city? I'm trying to.
What about Miami?
What about Miami? Besides Miami, yes, you can make money there too. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah. There's certain parts
of
Miami
Rollo, you've been to Miami, right?
I've been to Miami Gardens, not the actual Miami. I've been to the north near Fort Lauderdale. I have not been near Miami yet. No.
Okay.
Fort Lauderdale is a sleeper because it has a lot of potential. Fort Lauderdale. The only thing is the traffic, and you're dealing with a lot of tickets and stuff. You got to be mindful of the tickets, and you can't speed like you could speed in other places. That's the only thing I don't like about Fort Lauderdale. I like to drive a certain limit. You have to be mindful on the roads there, because the people drive crazy a little bit more in the south than they do in the north Florida. The other side of that it's doing very well for the most part.
So Rollo, you would say you're more of a New Yorker, even though you actually like Florida. You're more of a New Yorker.
Oh no, I'm a Floridian, man. I am a New Yorker by blood, by business.
All right.
Because when I went there, before you talk, 267, when I went there, man, it ain't take me that long to adjust. Especially, I love to drive, and to me, driving down there teaches you a lot about driving anywhere else. I mean, you make one turn mistake, you're going to have to wait 30 minutes just to go back to your other side. I know it's probably similar to like that in California. So let's say you don't know the place well, and you can't just make a right turn just quickly like in most places. You have to wait. So you just got to make sure your gas is on point, your signals and everything. For the most part, another thing is the police don't bother you, as people say it does. Mutual mic 267. Come on now. So yeah, so basically, it's just adjustments, man. You got to make adjustments. As long as you do what you do over there, they don't bother you, the cops, for the most part.
That's what's up because they try to make Florida look like it's the South, and with the stand your ground law, and I'm sure it's not like that. But I've been told by many of people that Florida is the place to go right now, especially if you're a single man. Doesn't matter where you're from. It's jobs, good paying jobs, good weather, and so I'm on the line with a brother who purchased a home there, so I'm asking. Yeah, so sounds good, and the governor is doing the right thing. I know that a lot of content creators and the news try to paint him as a racist because of the black universities and maybe what goes on with the Haitian immigrants. But aside from that, as far as business is concerned, I mean, he's probably been one of the few governors that's been a bright spot. Am I right?
Correct. Zach?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What
He
happened?
asked you a question.
Oh, he was asking me the question as well. I mean, yeah, I agree as well. I thought he was talking to you, Rollo. That's why. Um, Sorry, I'm driving, but I do want to touch base. I wanted to add on something. I totally forgot. Man,
And let's say if
I forgot.
a black man wanted to move to Florida, what would be your advice on the city he should go to first to set up shop, get a job, and live, work, and find somewhere to live, set up shop, work, his new home?
I say
What
work
would
in
be the city?
Orlando when it comes to living right now. I work in Orlando right now, but I'm out east. But Orlando's
Oh,
like the
you're in
central
Orlando.
part of Florida. Yeah, I work
I heard
in
a lot of good
Orlando.
things about Orlando.
Orlando is a hot spot. You could do a lot. You could do a lot as far as actually having a 9 to
How
5.
big is Orlando?
Um, Say it again. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but Zats went out.
Can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, I'm driving, so sometimes when I'm driving on this highway, I know like Florida has like some bad reception, especially when I'm moving around. So you might hear my choppy voice for some time. So just let me know. I might just have to leave the platform just because I'm driving and I'm also in certain parts. But you asked what was the question you asked me? You asked me that is Orlando like big?
Yeah, how big is Orlando? It's a
Orlando. To be honest, Orlando is a big place, and
okay.
there may be like some parts like Orange County. Let's just say Orange County. Orlando is what makes Orange County, in my opinion, because all the attractions there are a lot of opportunities of just finding a starter job, especially when you're trying to just start up as a young brother. Let's say you're like 19. I've seen young cats work in Orlando. There's a lot of opportunities as far as hospitality, transportation. If you want to work in the medical field, if you want to start up in the medical field, etc. It just also depends on what you want to do. I do photography. Henceforth the name Photography by Zats. And I also used to live in New York. Now, I could say I'm officially a Floridian because I transferred my license from New York to Florida. At the same time, I am from New York, born and raised, but coming to Florida, let alone Orlando, I've gotten a lot of opportunities just by bringing my camera to work. So, there are a lot of opportunities, especially for melanated men such as myself, such as Rollo, and I can vouch for what Rollo has brought,
And
to
you're hold
fruition.
on, and you're wait a minute, you're a single man too, no children?
I have no children. That's correct.
That's what's up, man. Okay, that's what I want to hear. Okay, that's what's up.
So it's, in my opinion, and now I'm not gonna knock all the brothers who have families and who have made families. up north.
No, it's not about that. Because the question was a
No,
single man or a single black man moving to
no.
Florida.
I get it. I
Yeah,
get it. Yeah, I
It's
get it.
no knocking. Yeah.
No, I get it. It's just what I'm saying is it'll probably feel more peaceful to start up a family in the South, like Georgia, like Texas, Florida. In my opinion, that's why I'm saying I'm not trying to knock those who made families up north already. I'm not knocking them down. It just feels, in my opinion, like it's peaceful that you can actually have some sort of interaction with, we as men, interact with women to the point where things can get serious. And also, if both of y'all are on the same field as far as being family oriented, then cool, it is what it is. I feel as though, now I'm not going to speak for everybody in Florida, but I feel as though they are serious when it comes to certain situations that they want to talk about. Now, I'm not speaking for all of them, just in my experience. At the same time, I've encountered women not family orientate.
You're breaking up.
But for the most part, for us, I see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you better.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you better.
All right.
What is the black population in Orlando? Is the black population in Orlando?
Like I'm just yeah.
The black population in Orlando is at, I believe, 6 to 7.8%.
Oh, that's small.
Actually, they have a lot more. It's very
I didn't get that. I was cut off.
It's very minute in certain parts. The thing about it, out of that 7.8%, hold on, Zach. Out of that 7.8% that lives in Orlando, kid, I would venture to say about 5% of them is very well off because of the areas I've been to.
Okay, all right.
But it's more of us in Jacksonville and Tallahassee. It's a more higher percentage because they don't really like the hot weather as you think they do, because it's very hot in Orlando, and it could be mild and muggy. It could be close to 100 degrees, 110 sometimes in the 90s. And so a lot of our people prefer a little bit more of the 80s and 70-degree weather. So they prefer to be near Tallahassee and Jacksonville because it's closer to go to Georgia.
Now, as far as Jacksonville, how do you feel about Jacksonville?
I love it. I love the culture. It reminds me of the old Brooklyn.
Okay. And Jacksonville is a big city.
Yes, that's the most population of our people is there. Over 15%.
Hey, fellas, I wanted to ask something real quick, and I'm going to get off. The article I just put into the chat, like y'all put over there, DeSantis passed 2 rules that turn Florida into a full police state. So I just want to know your opinions about that and the change that was just made to give police the full power.
The Republican thing, I heard somebody it came through my feed from Ramil talking about the Republican is going to over government. Ain't going to be no police state in Florida. That's speculation.
Good to know. I'd rather hear from your mouth or anyone else's. That's all. So my plans ain't going to change.
Hey, look, guys, I got to get out of here. It was nice talking to you guys. Nice meeting Zats and Informative Warrior. Rollo, man, good talking to you. We'll talk again, man. Enjoy your entire weekend, partner. And shout out to you for going out there to Florida and doing what you do. Representing.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
You guys take care. Peace.
I'll send you some information behind the scene when I get a chance, bro.
No doubt. Peace.
All right, peace. All right, final words, fellas.
Let me touch base for what Informative Warrior was saying. For me, in my opinion, I mean, I haven't even read the article, and I'm relatively new to Florida, so there's a lot of catching up for me to actually do. That's just my take right now. I actually need to just keep myself updated on that article that you put in the chat.
Because a lot they have an issue with the governor. We can't go by what they say. You got to go by the people that's there. If the people there is not saying anything, it's not going on. Because one thing I know about Floridians, they would have been going. They would have come get gun blazing. They don't play that.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, fellas. Last words.
Last words, final words. Thanks again for inviting me to the platform. Hope everybody have a wonderful Saturday. You know, try to get your rest or get some things done if y'all need be. And that's pretty much it. That's it.
See you guys tonight when I.
All right, my man. I'm out.
All right. Peace.
And peace.